What is going on, everybody? In today's video, I'll be taking a look at the Overflod Zeno, which came out yesterday on GTA Online. And while this is the other hypercar in the contract DLC, the other one is going to be the Ignis, which I've been driving the crap out of that car. But the new Zeno looks pretty cool. Obviously, this car is going to be based off the SSC Tuatara, which was the car that I believe failed the top speed run, at least. So let's see how this car actually does on here. So opening the door right now, the doors are actually pretty dope on here. Let's get it immediately and see what we can do to it. So now jumping right into the customization, let's do the armor there and then move over to the brakes, bumpers. Oh, so there's a lot of bumpers that can be done, so that's cool. Let's see how they look. So there's the splitters, it changes the front piece, it looks like there from the secondary carbon on the side, it looks like in the front. A lot of bumpers to choose from. Kind of cool to see another hypercar with a lot of customization. A lot of people really enjoy that. This car is going to be over $2.8 million, which is, well, pretty high up there, so let's hope it actually performs pretty good as well. So I'm not going to do any of those, mainly because, well, I feel like I don't really like how that splitter looks on there. How it, like, comes out of the... I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It fits the car for the most part. But I think I'm going to end up avoiding that one on there just because I'm not really feeling that too much. I might actually put on maybe that one. That one doesn't look too bad on there. Goes a little bit to the side there. I'll go with the carbon front splitter. Moving over to the rear bumpers, we have 16 of these as well, so it's going to add a diffuser to the back end there. Carbon diffuser. One's going to be, it looks like the graded, which is going to be the same thing. Then we have that one, which paints the back there. Looks kind of cool. We have secondary and then a carbon one. Then we have the back end there that has the diffuser, which that one looks pretty cool. I like how that one fits the car. That one fits the car pretty nicely. We have the carbon one there. So you probably do a lot of cool colors with this. I have a decent idea with this one on what I want to do. So I might actually do the secondary one there. There's a primary GT kit, which actually looks pretty nice, as the rear diffusers as well there on the side. So you can also get the big front splitter on the front if you wanted to do that to match the back end here. But for me, I think I'm going to go with this one. I'm not sure how this car is going to come out, but let's see. Moving over to the engine, max that out, and then the exhauster. We have 21 exhausts can be done. That is a lot, so it looks like they're triangles there. Looks kind of cool, and then there's that one. Then there's 4. Those actually fit the car kind of nice, and then we have the dual bore exhaust there. Look how big those are, my goodness. So there's a lot of exhaust, and there's a triple, which I'm kind of digging the triples, to be honest. I do like how those look. Then moving down here, we're going to have the slate exhaust, which looks like it adds, I think, 5 of them down there. Yep, so there's a lot of exhaust being down there. It reminds me of that one Bugatti that has like 9 of them on there. So if you guys like a lot of exhaust in there, I think I'm actually going to go with the titanium triple bore exhaust on this thing. Moving down to the hoods, see what hoods we got for this. That one looks pretty nice. I'm not really digging that one too much, but the other ones, check these out here. This guy's got a ton of stuff that can be done to it. That's a nice hood, actually. I do like that one on there. I really hope there's like some type of livery that looks like the Tuatara, maybe. Get this thing as close as I possibly can. Let's put that intake hood on there. Horns don't matter. I could change the headlights, obviously, in the arena workshop if you would like. Here's the liveries. Actually, before I do that, let me add the color I was going to do to this thing first. So let's do that. So I was going to go with like a silver on here. Like a darker silver, like a dark steel kind of color. Let's go with dark steel. And then the secondary, that's going to be the secondary color there. I think I'm going to go with red on here. You guys probably see where I'm going with on this. I like how I went from the bottom and then to the top, which I could have just, okay. I like being backwards, I guess. So let's go with the red on there. Now I'm going to change this thing a little bit so it actually fits itself. Here's the actual trim interior if you guys want to see that. Interior looks pretty nice. Actually has a decently detailed interior there. So moving back up to the liveries. So we have that one, we have the stripe, and then there's that. Looks like a race car one, kind of similar to it. Then there's these liveries. So it's not going to be one, it looks like, that really fits the car too much, at least what I've been noticing. Maybe there might be one later on, who really knows, but I'm not going to end up adding that on there. You guys see the secondary changes the color of the rims there as well, which is pretty awesome. Here are the mirrors. You can also completely remove them if you want, which makes the car look kind of weird. Then we have the carbon mirrors and then the primary mirrors, and then I have the stock ones on there that make them red. So moving down here, we have the roof, which I'm sure you could probably change it to the painted roof. You can also make the roof red as well. I'm kind of starting to get second thoughts on the color combo I have on here, though. So I'm going to go the primary, just a regular primary colored roof there. I think that fits it nicely. Moving down to the skirts. So the skirts look pretty nice. They do come out a little bit, not too much, where they're kind of annoying looking, I guess. But they have the big canyards on the side there. There's 22 of these. Like, you can pretty much make this thing like a crazy looking race car with the, well, whatever that is. Kind of reminds me of like a sailboat almost. You have the big splitter on the side there. That one looks pretty nice. This thing has a lot of stuff to be done to it. What in the... Well, I think we could say it's okay. I thought I already overdid it with that, but that just kind of made that even crazier. I think I'm actually going to leave these off, to be 100% honest, because I'm just not feeling those, to be honest, on there. I don't know about that one. Moving over to the wings, let's check these out right now. There's a lot of these that can be done to the car as well. So if you guys are looking for a hypercar with a ton of customization, this definitely might be one to take a look at. So here are the wings currently you can put on. There's 17 of these as well. You can see the secondary color there, which looks really nice. Ooh, that's a cool looking wing. Wow. Oh. I'm actually really liking what you can actually do to this car so far. There's that one wing. So you guys want to add that. Reminds me of the Bugatti Divo a lot, to be honest, on that one. I'm going to go with the secondary street wing, though. I like how that one fits the car and how it actually like goes with the design of the vehicle overall there. Let's lower this thing all the way down, add the transmission upgrade, the turbo. I'm going to leave the wheels stock. I do like how those wheels look colored there. Let's go over here and add bulletproof tires. Now, if you were to change the tires on this vehicle, and or I should say rims, you can pretty much add any of these rims. Would probably look nice on here. See, those actually look pretty good. So if you guys want to add rims to it, they probably would look pretty good. I'm going to choose not to, and I'm going to do a slight tint to the car here. And there's no armor or any of that, or the anti-lock-on from the lovely Mark IIs you can put on this car. So that's pretty much it, guys, on this vehicle. Why don't we go drive it and see how it does, and let's take a look at it. So arriving outside, I did actually change the color of the car to graphite. I think it looks a lot better like that. So we are in the snow, so this is going to be a very interesting test drive here. But let's open this thing up right now. Oh, look at that. So the whole thing can be opened up. You see the back of the engine's got some detail there with the suspension. Actually looks pretty nice. Moving over to the front over here. Then we have the interior, which I will take a look at in a second. Let's restore this thing back to how it actually would look. So far, I gotta say, the car looks pretty awesome. To be honest, am I gonna drive this vehicle over the Ignis? I'm not too sure on that yet. But let's take a look at the interior here. Why don't we have a listen? Sounds like a pretty... Actually sounds pretty decent. I kind of thought it was going to be a little interesting, but let's see how it drives. So it is... Looks like it's going to be rear-wheel drive. We can test that out right now on this wall. So the car will be rear-wheel drive there, which could be something interesting to drive in the snow. As you can see, it's spinning really bad. I'm sorry, Tom. I do not need to talk to you right now. Acceleration is pretty insane so far. I gotta admit that. Wow, this thing is really fast. My goodness. So it's really fast. Obviously not going to handle good in the snow because it is rear-wheel drive. Let's hope it handles decently on the road when the snow's gone. Have to test it out there later on. I think the Ignis's handling is a little better. This car seems like it might be faster, but they also might be exactly the same. So we'll go this way with it now. So the handling actually isn't too bad on it. I think it might be the snow that's making it look really, well, terrible. Went on that turn pretty nicely, no issues. Let's fly around this turn and go this way. It's like a bit of a speed run here with it. Going first person to see how fast I can actually get it to in the city. This car's got some crazy acceleration. The bumps seem to definitely boost it, and I lost control there, which is unfortunate. I'm sorry, person. I'm just trying to gain my traction back here in the snow. If you guys will drive this thing in the snow, it is going to, well, slide all over the place because of the rear-wheel drive there, so careful with that. Then again, I think the snow makes everything slide. So I'm doing 120 right now. Got up there pretty fast, so it's got good acceleration. The bumps definitely boost it. Doing 140 right there. Over 140 on that little straightaway. So this thing's got some crazy power to it. I'm going to go take a little cruise on the highway next, and then do a top speed run by the tunnel. So now entering the highway with the new Zeno. Let's go test this thing out on here. Funnily enough, I was actually driving through the city a second ago before I had to go repair it, and I actually managed to hit almost 150 with it over there, so this thing has some crazy speed with the handling flags. The real question is, how does it actually do on the flat ground of the highway? So I'm going to test that out by the tunnel. Until then, let's do a test on this side of the highway first. So I'm doing 100 and almost 40 Obviously, the odometers could be off a little bit, but this thing definitely seems pretty fast. And the snow has been ruining this for me. Nonetheless, let's head back this direction here and continue on the highway to test this thing out. So I must say, from driving it for a little bit, it is really fast. This car definitely has a lot of speed to it. I was hitting like almost 150 in the city, doing close to 140 on the highway over there. So the top speed on this car is definitely up there. Probably similar to the Ignis. This car might even be a little bit faster. So currently on the highway right now, I'm almost doing, if the thing is right, I'm doing about 140, which it could be wrong. I gotta maybe change the wing on this car because I keep hitting the wing on the vehicles when I drive by them because I get too close, and it spins me out pretty bad, which is kind of funny. But right there in acceleration, I'm already up to 120 in this area, and it's still going. So this car is really fast. I mean, it should be. It's $2.8 million, so a lot of people are probably going to want to pick this thing up if they have the money, and they're going to want to know if it's actually going to be good or not. So test that out for y'all. I gotta say, the car's got a ton of customization. It's fast, really fast. Top speed is insane on it. The handling actually seems pretty good. So when I was driving in the city a little bit, I was noticing that it was kind of sliding a lot, but that's definitely because of the snow. I would go around some turns and then it would grip pretty well. So it's probably similar to the Ignis when it comes to, you know, turning and all that. So doing over 130 there, it looks like if this odometer is anywhere right. But I am hauling, see how fast I'm flying by these cars. So I'm definitely moving right now. I'm honestly pretty impressed so far with this thing. It's pretty dang fast. Let's come in the other direction by the tunnel and see how it does over there. Back in this direction by the tunnel, let's do a real top speed run over here. So as I mentioned before, driving this car for a little bit, I have to admit this thing is insanely fast. I was actually drove over to Los Angeles Customs a second ago because I crashed it and wanted to fix it before I record this. And well, the thing was doing over 140 on the highway over there. At least that's what it was saying, and that's currently what it's almost doing right now. Now, like I said, I don't know if the actual odometer is correct, but this thing is definitely moving how fast I'm flying by these cars. So this car is really fast, everybody. So if you're looking for a really fast supercar, this thing's definitely worth the $2.8 million there. I have to say that. This wing might need to go, though, because I keep hitting stuff with it and like doing like a freaking 360, which is not what I'm looking for. So right now on the highway to 130, the thing definitely gets up to speed fast as well. I'm actually going to do a quick little launch with it as well, which might be a little hard to do in the snow. I'm going to get a lot of bad wheel spin there, but you guys see just how fast this thing actually gets up to speed there. Takes it little to no time at all. This car is very impressive. I'm actually pretty shocked. So it seems the new Overflod Zeno is definitely up there when it comes to top speed and handling, and well, overall looks, it's a pretty cool looking car, I must say. Obviously based off the SSC Tuatara. Pretty interesting to see this car in the game. I kind of thought it would come eventually after all the stuff that happened with it, but regardless, I have to say it is worth the $2.8 million. It's really, really fast. If you guys are looking for a supercar that moves, this thing is definitely something to look for. Thank you all so much for watching.